Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Anderson, where did you go? All of a sudden the radio stopped working and then the flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Alex Casey? How? Am I still... Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, the PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on. It's a bit of a hike to the car, Wake.
Should look around. With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there.
Another minute.
The flooding disappeared very suddenly.
I thought I'd never
I wonder
see
if there's any connection to the overlap.
Your time.
To Nightingale.
You know these woods aren't the safest.
Yeah. It's getting dark. You have a flashlight? It's not safe without a light.
I have a light. And a gun. You can relax, Wake.
And pages. If you see pages of writing anywhere, you must take them and keep them safe. Our lives could depend on it. They have vital information.
We know about the pages, Wake. We'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. It's okay.
Take your time.
The reality-changing influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed, like fear flowed, down the path of least resistance, eroding the weak spots until they cracked. In places where reality was more yielding, where story told and retold, imagination sparked and fear ignited again and again, had softened the walls of reality. Sites of violence and tragedy, where truth was laced with fiction, where a work of art proposed an alternative narrative, something people could suspect to be true, something people felt strongly about, something they feared. The stronger the connection between the belief and emotional response, the better. The darker, the better. A ghost of a witch ripping a man's heart from his chest. 2 brothers murdering the neighbors and hiding their bodies in a well. A young woman haunting the flooded bunker where she drowned. Bedtime stories, folktales, urban legends connected to a specific place. These were the sites where the overlaps came to be.
No, I kind of needed to heal this. Thanks, Lunchbox Whiteout.
A locked box. Is that the cult of the tree symbol on it? Notes and ammo. Looks like they're tools of the trade. The cult doesn't see their victims as people.
Well, they look like us, but they aren't. They're like animals. It's our job to hunt them and get them. Overflow messages.
He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. He descended into the tunnels, from the Dark City, into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. The writer's cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. Occultists lean close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught, murdered. They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch up from the lake that was not the lake.
What the Oh my gosh!
monsters. More of those kids' lunchboxes.
I looked down at the whirling wall of the moonlight danced over each and every little wave. A marching band of shimmering light, lonely and cold. I hugged myself inside. I thought of him. Then the surface of the lake calmed, and like a spectral surprise, he was there, his face smiling at me, reflected in the water. I looked up, not daring to believe it was true, but it was true. He was there, my love, my savior, my writer. There was no inside and couldn't go this to dehumanize their victims.
Doesn't look right.
Dehumanize the victims, they are the predators, the victims are just prey. There was the page of a story inside, but this is definitely not like the other pages I've been finding fan fiction.
What's in the night?
plus 2.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves.
Walk tree. Walk tree. 3 plus 3. So 6, 8. 6. So 8. Minus 2. 7 minus. Okay, so 6, 5, 8. 4, 6, 5, 8. Are you one of us or one of them? Camping do's and don'ts from your friendly park rangers. Do hike and enjoy the scenery. Set up your tent, enjoy a nice meal, relax. Don't chop down trees, leave your trash behind, be loud and obnoxious, start a forest fire. Guess Miriam and Matt. Thanks for the lovely hike. Patty, come down from NYC and loved every minute of the trip. Lori and Bob. These paths haven't seen better days. Kevin, nice views you got here. Mr. Lockhart, may I suggest adding some nice rest stops along the way? Along the way, excuse me.
There's something written here. A poem? Or a riddle? Reminds me of the nursery rhymes I read to Logan when she was little.
Crow sits in her nest, guarding her babies, doing her best. Of home from the beast, safe to feast, but only from the beast coming to feast, but only a hit brave of heart can keep the two apart.
A little clothespin doll. Perfect weird souvenir for Logan. From Alaska to British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, and all the way down to California. Pacific Northwest areas span over diverse range. Here you find 59 threatened or endangered species of plants and animals, including the mighty orca and wild gray wolves. The Pacific Northwest region's ecosystems are wonderfully diverse. They include mountain areas like the Cascades and Olympic Ranges, as well as the dense forests around them. In the west, there are several islands and dry desert plateaus cover the east,
Some of the common wildlife calling the Pacific Northwest their home are robins and seagulls, squirrels and otters, cougars and deer, coyotes and raccoons, salmon and blue herons. 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 The marshes and ponds of this area host an impressive variety of fauna. But majestic trees like the black cottonwood, big leaf maple, and Oregon ash thrive in the wetlands too. It's truly the nature lover's paradise. Which find is
An overlap of the dark place needed a push from both directions to manifest itself. Reality in our world eroded by repeated dark lore tied to a location, and a counterpoint. A work of art, a horror narrative crafted in the depths of the dark place, connecting to the story on the other side to reach out through the weakened veil. A story of a lawman whose heart was cut out of his chest. Two corrupt men killed by their own twisted ambition. A haunted old woman drowned in a bathtub. Twisted reflections on the other side of the mirror. Arcs stabbing through realities, amplifying the influence of the dark place. These elements working in conjunction made a trickle that became a torrent, a wormhole, a vortex, and the art, the map, became the nightmare territory where the dark place encroached on our reality, a blanket over it, where they all overlapped, causing reality to twist and loop like a bad dream, remolding anything and anyone within its dark horror design.
Another lunchbox.
obviously you're going to succeed, or else you wouldn't be the hero, duh. The motivation note was aside. Is someone looking for me? Looking out for me? Does the note decide to scare people off? Do they expect people to break into these?
Creepy dolls. Mysterious rhymes. No weirder than anything else going on, I guess.
Kind of reads more like an out to me.
Think.
What is this setup? Why the tripod? Some kind of experiment?
Another one of those rhymes.
The hill brave and strong left home to right or wrong. From the woods came the wolf so greedy and hungry that he ate what he found in the house. Without a host, the hill returned to find she lost the thing she loved the most. T- 7:21 Tip of the day. When nature calls on a hike, check the direction of the wind before answering. Observation. Hikers have broken off branches of some of the trees down by the lake to make an illegal fire. Try to fix some of the damage, douse the area, and maybe put up some instructional signs. Also found some tracks I couldn't recognize. Pretty big. A Wolverine or footprints that were smeared. Either way, they were wandering around in strange patterns. It might be a sick animal. We need to keep an eye out. 7:24 Poem of the day. The sun as she sleeps knows not the worth of men who toss and turn and worry and fret and wish they had hopeless for slumber. Observations. Picked up a bunch of trash left by tourists despite posted guidance. The humans are the worst. 7:25 The thoughts of the day. Music pine was once just a wee acorn. Observations. A lot of new growth in the air. Some of the saplings I planted earlier are really thriving. Must be all this rain. I don't mind either. Great sounds to sleep to. It's amazing what a good night's rest in a warm cup of tea can do. And here the code.
You were a handsome deer.
Objective: researching the reality altering effects discovered in children like utilizing fiction and art as a source, and then manifesting the results into existence. Methodology: the FBC's intent in this research project is to experiment nursery rhymes here in APTA referred to as fiction, attempt to recreate the conditions under which the writing would become reality. Hypothesis is that there are two ways in which fiction affects reality, either by reflecting Events that have come to pass but that are not known to the later creator. The act of creation therefore becomes the catalyst for these past events, after which they serve as the source of their own inspiration, or by the fiction itself being the initiating force in its present timeline, and using the creator as a conduit. In the experiment, we will create a nursery-rhymed text with a specific function, and then use the depicted dolls and symbols as needed via a careful testing process, with the purpose of the story told in fiction manifesting itself in real life. A variety of combinations involve the dolls, symbols, rhymes will be tested in order to collect large amounts of data. In the hope that a pattern will appear, methods will be adjusted in the testing based on a result. Excuse me. Test sites in Cauldron Lake. Location arrangements: Witchfinder Station 2, Streamside 1, Cauldron Lake Rental Cabins 1. That's a very good paint job. Nice details. Is that foil lining? Someone put in a lot of effort.
Nope.
Locations are Witchfinder Station, Streamside, and Cauldron Lake Rental Cabins. So the FBC is saying how fiction affects reality. Sounds familiar.
There's a rhyme over here.
2 board, 1 board fight for light, 2 for darkness, 3 boards for a fight, 4 for struggle, 5 boards for injury, 6 for misery, 7 for the ending, whatever it may be. Just catch a little perch and a mid-sized pike. Almost caught a lake trout. They gave me the slip. Saw an out-of-towner walking around in the woods just before sunrise. Had binoculars, telescope or something. Taking notes. Didn't notice me. Good. Don't need the attention. Didn't catch just on rubber boots. Some other regular creepies roaming around again. Avoided them as usual. No one knows the quiet old fisherman. Not even the fish.
Another locked box.
Back at Witch's Ladle, Saga pointed the flashlight at the strange, dark substance. The same substance Nightingale had left at the morgue. There was something hidden under it. She strained to see. The opposite of sunspots in her eyes. Blacker than black. Suddenly a change. The light reacted to the substance. A feedback loop, surging up her arm. Saga squeezed the flashlight, willing it to penetrate the dark matter. Burn it away.
Gore's watching right now.
reached the car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here. I'll meet you at the parking lot. Warning. Activity detected. AWE. Event in progress. Cauldron Lake. What's an AWE? Casey, what exactly does the FBC do?
After New York, when I started looking for our friend here, their name came up. I pushed them for any files they had on him, but got stonewalled. They have a reputation of showing up for weird shit. They have a presence here, and now we find our writer. How about that? Ready to go?
Mr. Wake, we're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hon. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now. Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't doesn't make sense. I remember. I remember.
Thank you. Welcome. We have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, our houseman, old gods of Asgard, is here. Taking over you crazy Vikings.
Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down. Woo! Oh, man. It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
Sorry, does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what "it's not a lake, it's an ocean" really means.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is over. Your new book, Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
What?
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
He's so humble.
Okay, you got me. Good prank, very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double. Well played, man! That is spot on! Playing the role here. Pretending the world of the book overlaps our own. That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells the story of a fictional writer named Alan Wake, who is trapped in a nightmare, desperately trying to find the manuscript of a novel he has forgotten he has written. The book is set in New York, but it might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey is in this book as well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
Notes to that other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak? Are we all in your story, Alan? Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope it's as successful as your best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Yeah, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan. All this talk of meta-narratives. Kept expecting to disappear once we see theirs.
Dang.
Hello? I'm losing it. Something's not right here. I needed to get home. To Alice. What the hell was that interview? Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story. Old Gods of Asgard. That name sounded familiar.
Okay.
I was a mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Interpretation of many words, Dr. Casper, darling.
Hey! I think I've been locked in! Anybody?
Fuck. Now I have to find the code myself. Great. There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out. What was that? A message? Impossible to say.
I'm gonna do that too. Like that. I gotta go through that. Never mind.
There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out. Waking up from the nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air. This place felt familiar. A ghost of a memory surfaced, about riding here for countless days. Plotboard for mapping out a story. On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far. But other notes as well. Warnings. I had written them. I couldn't remember what it all meant. The name Scratch filled me with dread. I could trust these words. I had to act on them. You must write to escape. I couldn't leave. This wasn't the way out.
Okay.
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room, like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out. This room was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is here tonight. That's right. Sam Lake, ladies and gentlemen. The actor who has given his face to the famous detective in the film series. And of course, we have Alan Wake here. Best-selling writer, the books, the films are based on. Let's do this! welcome back to the show. So, Alan, as the creator of the character, how do you feel about this?
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right next to you, but I mean, how do you feel about him in the role of Casey? Does he look the part to you?
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing. They've gone with choices that are different from mine. I feel protective about my stories, and these adaptations... I don't know. I guess I just wish I could have been more involved in making them.
Well, in that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film, Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say something first, Sam?
Nah, just roll it.
This city was an old scar that refused to heal. The rain made it fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night. I was tired. Insomnia covered me like a plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window, my own reflection haunting the view. I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp, shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
That's great! Murder Case Casey! Great job, Sam. Very exciting and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
What's that sound? Password change. Five, 6, 5. Oh yeah. Okay. And what's different this time? Oh, it's completely open now. Let's try the exit again. Left click again? No.
Hello?
Ah, Lorraine. There you are, Tom. Oh, not so much evil that not a bit of good as well. Not one without the other. Good to see you.
Hey, I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can you point me to the exit?
No totta helvetissä. Of course, Tom. The work will instruct its maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now.
No, go get it. Go get it
The
yourself.
more cooks, the worse the soup.
No, go get it yourself. I'm not going down to the basement. No, fuck you.
Have we met before? Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor. You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katoppa kun a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit. It's in a shoebox, in the basement where you left it. Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Cool. Crazy hair, by the way.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mulls about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles. It's not easy to get out. But don't you worry, Tom. The home is still there where the heart is. I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle. Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
The janitor was a bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Cool map. Okay. Alan Wake. Ah, come on. Seriously? Do we have to do this? What? What was that? What the? What? Okay.
An old lamp in a shoebox. Was this what the janitor had left for me?
Ah, my ass.
The lamp felt significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness. I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed, like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now. I felt another surge from the lamp. I could use it again. The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness.
I gotta remember that happens if I won. Yeah. Oh.
I needed to find another way out.
Okay.
The dark place wants to drown me. I'm losing myself. I have to fight it. I have to remember. The clicker. The light switch. I lost it. But I have the lamp now. The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real, and yet more real than anything. The danger and the horror are real. It feeds off my mind, twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape. I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must keep trying. I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this spiral into darkness. I dive to the bottom to find the answer, the map, and the key, the compass. It's combined to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean that's not an ocean, and a lake that's not a lake.